Now, when the British built the airbase in the 1920s, being on the far side of the island from Singapore City, land wasn't an issue, so they could afford to make the best of the local topography. And the roads wind in and out, and they've all been given rather quaint English names relating, funnily enough, to central London. Nothing less like the centre of London, can I imagine? So it's Knightsbridge, Hyde Park Gate, Old Brompton Road, and so on and so forth.
What's typical of an English village is that all the houses are different. There's no houses the same. It's not like an estate. Every house in Seletar has a difference in terms of the way it's built and in the way the garden is laid out. So every place is different. Then of course the residents themselves have decorated them up to be quite unique. So as you walk along the road, you will see all sorts of different styles of living. The houses we live in are not modern by any standards. They're old and they have their imperfections. Sometimes windows are a bit hard to shut and a bit stiff, but we rather like that.
Among all the places I've lived, the HDB flat in Hougang, the private apartment in the east and Seletar, this is probably the closest that I've come to experiencing kampung life again.
现在看到小孩子他们玩，就是好像在主屋区，他们简直就玩不到这种东西的小孩子、小弟弟啦，那个小妹妹，你看他们这里就可以乱跑。 爬树，你看刚才他爬得多么高，每个都喜欢爬树啦，爬得高高，呱呱叫，他们就最高兴的一刻了。
Seletar Camp should remain as it is in terms of the community. Because here you have a real bohemia, and we say it's a bohemia which has grown up without anybody wanting it to. It's an organic process, if you like. The people who have moved here move here because there's something here that speaks to them. Since I've been living here, in the 10 years I've been living here, I've been asking myself, why is it that people are so friendly here? The only answer I can give is it must be the place itself, perhaps the way it's laid out, the intimacy of some of the roads. The Knightsbridge, for example, is a terribly narrow road. You don't really want to drive down there. It's very narrow, and it gives everyone a sense of closeness.
Over here, you find that people are more friendly. They go to each other's house. We share our garden, we share our wine, we share our beer. So many things.
In the 5 years that I was living in a flat, I hardly knew my neighbors that were around. Whereas here, within that 1 week, I knew everyone on the street. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's just, we always leave our doors and our gates open. And that's the first thing that someone notices when they come here. On this street itself, we've got Taiwanese, we've got Australians, Indians, Singaporeans, South Africans, a variety of nationalities. The kids having informal playgroups, people that can grow up with them, enjoying life, just enjoying the space together. My neighbor just coming over without announcing, and we were just having drinks at night. Yeah, simple things like that.
为什么一定要在这个这么有历史性的地方来扩大这个机场呢？真的很可惜，我觉得。如果我不能住在这个地方，我也希望别人可以住在这个地方， 保留这个地方。我是这样，真的很深的感触。我希望真的不要搬，如果要搬的时候，我已经要哭得要命才离开这里。
It's a shame, I think, because it's a beautiful place and it's one of the only places that you can actually live to nature. I'll never get used to it again. I just like living here and I can't think of anything else I could live in.
There's a place that nobody knows. There's a packing up of summer clothes. In the lazy days of my mind, you've always been my clemency.